Hi, Jim.
Oh, good evening. How are you?
That's a nice hat you've got on there.
Well, that's because my friend Steve Murphy took me to a very nice place right before the game began, the Sunday at the Barclays Center, and a really terrific woman said, "Listen, where's your Nova hat?" And I said, "Thank you. It's interesting because it's a field hockey Nova hat. You know, my daughter played field hockey,
Did you see
not
she
for
tweeted
Nova."
you today to say thank you for wearing the hat?
Well, you know, a bunch of people were very kind about it, and it's interesting because the bar that we went to is not far from Bar San Miguel, my small plate Mexican. We have a brand new menu, and we do have an April 5th taste testing for Casa Noble, which is Constellation Brands' tequila. The bar scene in Brooklyn is really extraordinary, not even talking about the Williamsburg scene. Happy birthday to Twitter, 10th anniversary. They were kind enough to send us these and some notebooks. And, you know, Twitter's fun because you take pictures like my picture that I put again in today that my stage manager did, Cookie, of my hug of Steve Murphy, one of my best and greatest friends, who had us do our 2013 show. He was the guy who was the instigator of our show in Villanova, which is one of my absolute favorite college shows. And his daughters and my daughters have been friends for years and years and years since we moved to Summit, New Jersey. And so we had a great time at the Villanova game. It was really terrific, a great time after. And then I went to Bar San Miguel, and there was a nice gentleman from the Stephen F. Austin School.
Yeah.
He'd come back, you know, who would come in to watch a very tight game against Notre Dame. We had a lot of people at the bar San Miguel was speaking on Smith, who came in just because they were at Barclays Center. It's not that far from Barclays Center.
It looked great with all the pictures. It looked like it was a ton of fun.
So much fun.
Some serious bromance.
It was Murph, such a great guy, and you know, when I first heard that I'd get a ticket, it was like such a big deal. It was the first time I've ever been to the NCAA tournament.
Really?
Yeah, first time.
Wow.
It was so exciting that I was kind of flabbergasted. I mean, I was on a real high. It's funny because I got back and I viewed us for Valspar. We saw the vid for Valspar, and I very quickly had to switch gears because I always like to write a piece Sunday. I do a piece for realmoney.com. A lot of changes there, by the way, that are very positive.
Really?
Yeah. You know, a lot of cool stuff happened at the street. New writers. When we do new writers, we tend to get far more interesting.
Okay.
And the way that works, I recruit them because I'm the editorial director over there, and excuse me, and I feel strongly that there's lots of good young writers out there, including Cramer Shirt. At Cramer Shirt, you may have seen on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
He had a fabulous piece today about not letting Bill Ackman be your guru, but you being your guru. In other words, no one cares more about your money than yourself.
Well, that's what you always preach,
Well,
right?
that's exactly what I preach.
Just don't blindly follow activists.
That's exactly what I preach. And now tonight, we talk about March Madness and how it doesn't nearly apply to your stocks. Matter of fact, it obscures them. It's kind of a funny angle. Got a drug company that I think is so great that you're going to really be excited about it. And then a kind of lesson about Starwood and how the activists really did pressure them to sell that company. The board felt that the activists had the votes, and we forget that. These cupcakes look good. Candidly, I'm not going to eat them because I'm back.
No,
I'm not on a cleanse.
So good.
I'm not on a cleanse, but I had, last night at Bar San Miguel, I had this great pork stew. It was terrific, and I even ate the chips. And then the night before, we had and then on Friday night, Lisa made corned beef and cabbage.
Of course.
And it was just so good that I had seconds and thirds, so I'm really paying the price.
Is she Irish?
Oh my God! Well,
Like
three out
super
of four,
duper Irish?
3 out of 4 grandparents, and once, would she get Irish citizenship? I don't know. Every time, when we went over there, we had a dynamite time, and that's where we got our Guinness degrees.
That's right.
So I can pour Guinness. I cannot pour the Corona and the Modelo without making so that you have to do it like 3 times. That's why they don't want me behind the bar San Miguel.
It was like a 4-hour certification course or something.
It was,
right?
yeah.
It was like insane.
It's actually an hour, but there's a lot of taste testing involved.
Okay.
It's a beautiful building. It's at the top in Dublin. Dublin is a city I've been to many times, and I love Ireland and the Irish so much. And that's, it's just I don't know, I just always have, always will, and was so proud to be wearing my Nova get up, and it was just such an exciting thing. And you come down off of it. It's interesting. So I go to Bar San Miguel after I go to the other place, and I'm just trying to cheer up. It's like I'm trying to cheer up myself because I know that Monday beckons, and then the chariot poof and the Cinderella's over. But I do hope for a win against when we get to Louisville.
Well, we're getting lots of hearts here from our followers who are enjoying our live stream right now.
Okay, now I'm going to just give you... Now, First of all, I did not go to Villanova. Okay, so you need to know that.
Okay.
Second, I'm a Philadelphian.
Okay.
And therefore, we root for whoever's in the Big Five who gets us far. My parents went to Temple. My father's brother went to St. Joe. My mother's brother went to Penn. My sister went to Penn. We're real Philadelphians.
Yeah.
So we root for whoever. Second, last year of my mom's life, she had cancer, and she's very young, was 85. The run where Steve Murphy, who I went to the game with, was the head of the cheerleading squad.
Really?
And we would sit there. You always, when someone's dying of cancer, she had kidney cancer, very rare cancer, you just try so hard. And the fact that I can smile about it's been 36 years, so I remember it. It took me years to be able to even think positively. But we would say, I'd come home and I'd watch every game. We watched every game together because she's a Philadelphian, and we watched the Eagles, watched the Flyers. She's taken over to the 76ers because she won. She always played the lottery. She always entered every contest, and she won season tickets for the Sixers. So it was that people say, "Well, hold it, you're a bogus Nova fan," and I say, "No, I'm a proud Philadelphian," and
of course,
that's how you get there.
Got it. We're getting lots of questions about Bar San Miguel right now.
Well, you got to go.
Okay.
We worked on the website this weekend, and Lisa's fixing it up, but it's barsanmiguelbrooklyn.com, and that's our food.
Okay.
This
Let's
was
take a
designed.
look. We'll get in there.
This is designed. It's to look like the Fat Mermaid, which is the bar that it's really. And they've renamed that. It's on Barranca and San Miguel. It's no longer Bar San Miguel. And these are all skulls that Lisa brought back. Lisa's my wife. Lisa designed the place. Which is a lot of fun. Here's our new menu that we just added. I had the, thank you. I'm glad you think it's pretty. I had the braised pork shoulder served with onion and carrot and green dill sauce, which has now replaced the braised ribs tacos. I like them more. And here's our cocktail menu, and we use Danny Myers, mixologist. He's a great, hospitalitarian. We use his mixologist, and that's some nice words about it. And then at bottom is where if you want to go to our event, which will be sold out, okay?
Okay.
Because the last one that we did was sold out. This is April 5th, and you have to reserve it.
So that's a Tuesday?
Yeah. I really want you to understand that you can't just show up.
Yeah.
So you can see
guys.
our, you can see our
this
phone
form?
number.
This is it.
Yeah,
this
you
is
gotta
the website. Bar San Miguel.
Yes.
Brooklyn.com.
Right.
That's the place to go if you want to get in on this cool event.
I want you. because when we did the Fortunel, we did another one that was very successful, and I didn't plan for as many people who came because it's Brooklyn. You don't know who's going to show up. It's right next to the F stop,
Smith Street.
Yeah, exactly.
It gets busy.
It's right next to the Carroll Garden stop, and and people just come by. And I'm there. I was there 4 times last week. I just enjoy it.
So who doesn't love Mexican food?
Well, we closed it on Friday night. I closed it at 11:30, and I said, "All right, nobody pays. Everything's on me now, but not the food. I mean, everybody. I closed out everybody's tab, and then I bought a round of drinks for people, and just because I said, listen, I want to have fun.
That's awesome.
And I do that periodically, and obviously you can't do that too often. And I pay for the drinks, which is very interesting.
That's
you
very nice.
Buy the drinks, but it was I enjoy it immensely, and so does Lisa. And believe me, I would have another restaurant if I had it.
Yeah, have you ever thought about expanding it to other cities? We have some people
No,
asking
I know
us.
people. It's funny when my father passed away. Pop left us a building, and Lisa very much wanted to do the first floor over commercially, and then make the rest residential. It's 140 North 3rd, which is an old city, Philadelphia, which is beautiful. But again, you don't be stretched too thin. I mean, I do the street.com. I've got it in Summit, New Jersey, the DeBarry. We have Bar San Miguel. Of course, I've got Squawk on the Street, and I've got Mad Money. And Mad Money and Squawk on the Street take a huge amount of time.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm married, and I have a family, and you at a certain point have to decide that while the restaurant business is a dynamite amount of fun, and Rodrigo behind in our kitchen is amazing, you end up, it takes time, and I don't drink that much.
It's a tough business, yeah.
The bar business isn't tough. The food business is good. But our food is so good. I really love it.
It is good.
I mean, it's small plate, and we just added these larger dishes because people want larger. And we have, 140 tequilas and 20 mezcals. And we're always running short of Union Mezcal and of Oaxaca. And I'm sorry, Oaxaca, don't worry. We're putting that reorder, and we haven't gotten it yet. And then I also like, there's another one. Well, those are the two that I'm drinking, I'm having right now.
All right, guys. He's got the other ones though.
Now, just on the stock market, I did not touch on Apple tonight, and the reason I
was gonna
didn't
ask you about
is because
that.
Apple did not have anything that was that significant, and I know that there were people who shorted Apple the moment that it announced its new watch and the smaller forms. But what matters is the service revenue. If you follow my Twitter following, there was a gentleman I kept retweeting who was putting in all the real great data about service. And there's a very interesting debate, by the way, in Twitter over the weekend about blocking.
Yeah.
And what I said was, people keep saying, well, Jim, when you block, isn't that against free speech? And I'm a public figure, so you can libel me. The standard for libel for public figures is very high. It's if you know that it's false and defamatory, then you can get in trouble. But if you don't know, then I'm not a private citizen. I'm a public citizen. But I block libel, people. I block libel and I block lies. Okay?
All right.
And I block really non-civil discourse. If you want to disagree with me on a stock and you make a case, I so welcome that. If you're going to disagree with me about my life itself and have an ad hominem attack on me, I will block you.
All right. Take note, Twitter.
Send you some cute kittens. All right?
Fear the cute kittens,
So I hope
Twitter.
to see you April 5th at Bar San Miguel after the show for Casa Noble taste testing. Please reserve at barsanmiguelbrooklyn.com before you do it, or else you're going to get there and it's going to be filled. And once again, thank you, Twitter, for the cupcakes. And Twitter, you mean a lot to me. I do want you to grow. I do want a concierge service. The people at Twitter and I have a fabulous relationship, and all I want them to do is do well. And we do have a small position on Twitter for actionalertsplus.com, my challenge.
All right. Happy birthday, Twitter.
Happy birthday.